I do want to kind of pivot just a little bit back into the content space. And I really appreciate being able to talk music and also content with you. It's not one dimensional. We can go for music and then we can go to content, because a lot of your peers, I feel like they are only in one lane. They can't, they don't stack it well. They don't layer it well. They don't know too many different lanes. But with you, I feel like it'll be dope, you know, just to hear with the surgence of just content creation. There's new podcasts that came along. Yeah. There's new creators that came along. I put together a very short list of just some of the creators who kind of emerged this year.
Was this your messy topic or no?
This ain't my messy topic. We gonna get to the messy. We want to get to the messy. If you want, we can get to the messy a little bit.
No, do this. Drag it out.
Honestly, it can lead right into it. All right, go ahead. It leads right into it, honestly. We're talking about content creation. It goes right to where I want it to go. But yeah, and it may get a little bit messy with some of the people on this list. Right?
Don't put me in the line of fire.
Regi, you go ahead. You say.
I'm here for it.
No, I just wanted to hear your thoughts on. So I had a list of the most improved podcast or content creators. And you don't even have to give your thoughts per se, but I did come up with a list that I've seen. There's been an influx of these people. I think Kai Cenat is one of those folks. Funny Marco. I had Bobby Altoff. She was on that list for me. It Is What It Is was on that list. Theo Vaughn and Charleston White. Now, again, I don't expect you to have an opinion on all of these people, but I feel like you being one of the people who's been at the forefront of media, of content, of independent content, a lot of those people on that list, they emerged this year. They had like their breakout year. When you see names like that, some of the names on that list, how does that affect you? Does it affect you? Is it something where you're like, you know what? Let me kind of stay ahead. Is it competitive? Like, what's your thoughts when you hear some of those names on that list?
None really. I'm happy for all those guys.
Okay.
all great shows. None of it affects me, and I think that's the part that I'm most grateful about.
Really?
Yeah.
He's in his own lane.
Yeah, I don't have to. There used to be a time where I had to wake up and contend with the new hot guy on the block. Like, as I'm still trying to develop. I think that's the root of me and Taxstone, actually. It's just us having to deal with one another while we're in the space. This, I'm glad I don't have to wake up and deal with how do I manage with Kai, Charleston, Cam, like it's a lot of great shit going on. Funny Marco. Like, I'm glad that I am established and just going that way.
You could just keep doing your thing.
Oh, thank the Lord.
Thank God.
Listen, my grades came in fast enough as it is.
Yeah. So when you see people like that, I know you're not really big on list, and I know you're not really huge. Like, you don't pride yourself. You don't hang your hat on the numbers, right? Yeah. But it'd be naive to not acknowledge it.
Gotta look at them.
And so the last time you came on our pod, the charts. And honestly, we always keep up with the charts. Like, we're really proud of the space that we kind of fluctuate in when we drop a podcast with or without a guest. We're always in like the top 20 for music podcasts, which is a big deal for us. 100% independent. We've been doing this for a long time. We in the likes of some of, you know, the biggest people in the space. So when I see myself or we see all of us within the top 20, it's like, all right, cool. It's a badge of honor. Let's keep going. You know how we was talking about earlier, I'm like, I'm ready to give this shit up. Shit like that kind of keeps me going. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. All right, maybe this 90 days, we're going to extend it a little bit because I see us doing our thing. But the last time that you came on the pod, I looked at the charts and I saw the Joe Budden podcast. You always fluctuate between 1 and 3, all the episodes. And then I see, you know, New Rory and Maul. Then I see, you know, Gillian Wallow, $1 million worth of game. Drink Champs, if they decide to drop. See, the thing is. And then I saw Need to Know. So in that particular week, and I think we do have a screenshot, Alex or Kieran, maybe we could find that screenshot that we had at some point. But for me, I saw the tree or the lineage or whatever you want to call it, the fruits of the Joe Budden name podcast network. Joe Budden, then we get New Rory Mall, then we get See the Thing Is, and then we get the Need to Know. And now you, somebody I know, you see the charts. I'm pretty sure I may have even sent you a screenshot like, holy shit, this is crazy.
He was hyped?
I was like, nah, this nigga's...
That's nasty.
Because it might be nasty, but it's the truth. I don't give a fuck. It happened. It happened that
You
week.
hit that nigga and said, yo, look.
I'm like, yo, this has to be a sense of something for you.
Yeah,
So
like,
when
look
you
at us
see that
go.
in this content creation space, like, how does it feel? Because I think it's one of those things that go unsaid. Like, we don't talk about it for whatever reason, whether it be a respect thing, whether it be, you know, we all try to play this game where we're so cool we don't have to acknowledge what's said, or maybe we act like we don't see it.
Yeah.
But I see shit. And I'm gonna talk about the shit that I see. So when you see certain things like that, like, how does it make you feel in this day and age of content?
It feels good. It feels good. It's bittersweet. That's what I'll say. It's bittersweet. The sweet part, I think it speaks to the platform's ability to be a incubator of talent. That's the big thing that it speaks to. But then the bitter part is, look at how y'all all fucked up the vision. That was the plan.
Yeah.
The plan was, hey, you have all of these talented podcasters under one roof.
Yeah.
Everybody go get their own IP, bring it to a table, and let's negotiate under this umbrella, which will behoove everyone. Greed, selfishness, hatred for me. Oh, he's stealing. He's got nice pants on. Oh, first class tickets. Oh shit, you ordered pizza. You ordered her pizza. Like, how can we do this if you worried about that? Like,
Yeah.
Did you always know
You
at that point? Like, did you always know you had that type of talent, you know, in your vicinity? Like, did you always see, like, all right, maybe this could be a thing in that way?
Well, I'm gonna say yeah, just on my pitch to Complex when they turned it down, when I was pitching like 5-6 different shows, trying to get like a network thing going. It was everybody get their own shit. It was, hey, it'll be me and blah, 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 and then blah, 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 and then Act could go do a pod. I called him to the house. I had I think Elliot was doing something. It was a whole layout. But the plan in theory is the same. Like I said earlier about the sum having to be greater than the parts. Like, that's the consistent thing here. That's the case today. Should have been the case then. It should always be the case.
Because whenever I see it, and again, as independent podcasters, as people who are trying to grow in this space, like, those kind of benchmarks mean a lot to us, right? It gives us a little bit of leverage. It also gives us a sense of belonging. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember when we were in the 136 range. Like, I remember it. You know what I'm saying? So to
Those were the days.
and it was horrible days. But like, now I kind of understand and I'm appreciative of those moments. But I'd be remiss if I didn't acknowledge, like, all right, you know what? I'm looking at 1 through 10. I'm looking at 1 through 15. I'm looking at 1 through 50, and I'm seeing the pattern, and I'm seeing the influence, and I'm seeing how, all right, maybe if the vision was painted a little bit clearer, even from your point of view.
That's my part. That's my part. I didn't have time to come to y'all and be clear.